culture it either enables you to scale your business, optimize, or it's going to prevent you from growing.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the evolution of your organization. As the market evolves, I'm sure you're having more services and more products, et cetera, that you might be supporting, divisions you may have started. Tell me a little bit about the evolution of your organization.
So we started as pre-sales as a service. It was Presales Leader. We helped resellers of software and publishers of software creators sell their own software, right? Oftentimes they're the worst at doing the demos. It's like their baby. Let me show you everything it does, even if you only need to buy, you're buying it for 10% of what the software actually does.
Yeah.
So that's where we started. Yeah. If you think of, I'm going to take a little philosophical tour and come back and answer that directly, but I think it's going to be really good for the listeners to participate in here. The role of pre-sales is really becoming an outdated term. Pre-sales historically is the person that does the demos in a more complex sales technology environment. Okay. So you have a salesperson, you've got a pre-sales person, they're a team. Salesperson has their job and their roles and responsibilities. The pre-sales person is like a technical salesperson. And the way you used to sell technology pre-cloud was, I'm going to sell you a license, a floppy disk, a CD-ROM. We're going to install it on your server or your computer. This is how we, think of all the ERPs out there you did like that. Peachtree, most of the Sage products, any legacy software. You bought a license and then you paid maintenance. The maintenance gave you some basic upgrades. Okay. Fast forward to the cloud. And by the way, on the implementation side, there was a singular point in time project. And then after that, you went into support. That was really it. That's how the world of software implementations worked pre-cloud. Buy software, have a big bang project, go live, don't go live. If you're live, then you're in a support model and you pay a small fee each year, but you're hosting it on your own, or you're doing all these other things. In the SaaS world, it wasn't just a hardware change. It wasn't just, let's move the software from your server in your office to a cloud somewhere, right? So you don't have to manage the IT. The other component that has changed now is the speed at which these software publishers are delivering new technology, new features, new modules to the cloud. It's easier to do that. The way you pay for it has changed. You don't pay $200,000 year one and then $20,000 every year after that. You're paying $50,000 a year, $75,000 a year for every year you're subscribing to the software. That model has really forced the implementation methodology and the customer experience to change. Talk to any cloud provider and they'll tell you that. So really, if we viewed pre-sales as a way that was aligned to an initial software purchase, implement it, and then there's no reason for a solution consultant to be around after you go live, if the whole model has changed, the roles have to change. That's really the best description of how I think we're building our companies. So we have the product marketing company, which is really solution engineers or solution architects, product marketing specialists who are helping at the very top of funnel for software companies. Okay. How do we build great collateral that actually gets to the business objectives of what your end prospects, Mr. Software Company, Mrs. Software Company want? Our next company, the pre-sales leader, is still the core. That's the middle of funnel. That's with the traditional pre-sales role. But then our third company, the business consulting leader, that is handling the other touch points of solutions architecture, solutions engineering within the customer lifecycle. So now when the customer buys, we're advocating that a solution engineer stays on, solution architect stays on for phase one of the project, right? They've sometimes spent 6 months gathering requirements and doing demos with a client. They should probably stick around, make sure the implementers have some time to catch up, right? And some implementers have done that in the legacy world. Most of them, I would say, have not. But it really makes a big difference when the guy or gal you spent the sales process with from a technical and business objective alignment is around for the first 3 months of a 12-month project, or at least someone from the team or someone with that skill set. So that's what we have. We have a separate team now that does that post-sale design work. They're like, think about building a house. We're the architects building the blueprints, right? And they're also not going to then put their construction hat on and start nailing studs together and things like that. They were going to move on to another project that their skill set is architecture and blueprint, right? Also, after someone goes live, right? Now you're live. Even think of the softwares that we work within. Prior to 2020, no one was integrated with Teams, Microsoft Teams. Now everything's integrated with Teams. I can guarantee you like 90% of the folks out there have not even, they have a Teams integration that they've never turned on. Or there's a new feature in the software that was released because now you have quarterly or biannual releases and they've never leaned in further. So again, pre-sales is not this one-time thing. Now it's continuous. So we have solutions engineers, solution consultants that actually, after someone's live, come back in and say, what's changed in your business? What has, did you implement this module? There's this new feature that could provide, a lot of value and actually reduce your working man hours by 16 hours a month. You're paying for it. It's just not set up. So it's really this whole philosophical change of what's the role of a solutions person in the customer lifecycle. And we're building our companies in a way that we can actually touch pretty much any point in the customer lifecycle with a high quality solution architecture experience.
Hi, Ted Wolf here. I want to thank you for joining us for this Implementors video. The Implementors podcast is presented by Guidewise, where we, along with our vetted member community, recognize that ideas are easy, but implementation is hard. To learn more about getting things done with Guidewise, please visit us at guidewise.io. And to conquer your implementation struggles, please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel. Happy implementing.